Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, I Vitelloni from 1953. It's the third film in the essential Fellini 1950 to 1987 collection, is directed by Federico Fellini, and stars Alberto Sordi and Franco Fabrizi. I Vitelloni, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, translates into the bullocks, and as I understand it from the internets, bullocks is slang in parts of Italy for slackers, which fits this film perfectly. I Vitelloni, and geez, I hope I'm saying that right still, is about 5 young men who I think are supposed to be younger than they look because they look in their late 20s at least. But that could be part of the point of the film that I'll get to a bit later. Anyway, it's about 5 young men going about their lives in the Italian town where they live. It sounds really simple, but there's a lot to it. They may seem to be just bumming around, and in the end they might still be in the same town with the exception of one of them. However, throughout the film, each young man becomes a man through an experience that makes them put youth behind and enter the world as men. Or at least that is what I've been told by my fellow film nerds over the years, mostly while I was briefly in film school back in the early 2000s. I wouldn't know because I haven't seen the entire movie. I've seen the beginning, about half of the second part, and all of what I'm assuming was the third part towards the last 15 minutes or so. Sorry, I dozed off briefly and so I missed the coming of age for 3 of the characters, but I did catch, or should I say was able to cobble together the stories of Alberto and Fausto. Fausto seemingly the main focus of the film. What I saw was very good, and I'll be going back to watch what I missed, but as for this project, I need to get on to the next because, and you don't know this, I just took a week off of this project to catch up on some life stuff, and now I find myself a bit behind. Don't worry, the project is continuing, but in order to do that, I can't let a movie take a week to watch, which technically I guess this film did. I hear amazing things about it when people mention it, and I'm not doubting them because I really like what I saw, but without completing the film, I feel like I'm letting the project down, and I absolutely am, but like I said, I can't take a week to watch just one movie, so even though I doze off in the middle for a bit, I'm afraid it's on to the next. I Vitelloni gets an A for what I saw, but that could change upon me finishing it eventually. Next up is a break from the work of Fellini as we're back to the 50 Excellent 80s Film Collection with its 11th film, which is titled The Lady and the Highwayman. Is it a Smokey and the Bandit ripoff, or is it some sort of sexy hitchhiking horror film? See y'all then.